Welcome to the 2020 Infrastructure Masons Awards ceremony. I'm Amber Caramella, member of the IMasons Advisory Council and the global executive sponsor for I Am Women. I've had the privilege of hosting our last 4 in-person events in US, Europe, and Monaco. IMasons has recognized industry leaders over the last 3 years with Champion Awards. 2020 marks our first independent virtual award show celebrating those in our industry who continue to go above and beyond, making significant contributions to our industry awareness, education, diversity inclusion, and sustainability across the globe. 2020 has shown everyone that digital infrastructure is vital in keeping our world connected and thriving. This virtual award show is a perfect example. I'm excited to share that we have attendees from 20 countries. This is our largest event to date, with presenters and nominees streaming across 3 continents. I'm thrilled to be here with my co-host, Dean Nelson, the founder and chairman of Infrastructure Masons.
Thanks, Amber. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Without the digital infrastructure that this community builds and operates, the world as we know it would slow down, even regress. But look at what we've been able to achieve during a global pandemic. The industry has delivered unprecedented growth, even with significant limitations in travel, on-site access, supply chain deliveries, hiring, and working with many people that we have yet to meet in person. We have pivoted. The innovation has continued. Companies have undergone massive digital transformations in very short periods of time and delivered results. In the midst of adversity, technology has never played such a critical part of our daily lives. It has become the great unifier. I am very proud of the IMasons community. We are uniting the builders of the digital age by enabling our members to connect, grow, and give back. While our industry is thriving, many others are not, and the digital divide continues to widen. Today, we are celebrating many of the leaders who are doing their part to help on so many levels. Amber, I would love it if you could share some of the contributions from our community.
Absolutely. As I reflect on 2019, when we could actually do in-person events, we had tremendous success with raising money for the IMasons Scholarship Fund, starting with our IMasons D&I Gala in Monaco, where we raised $89,000. We then raised another $115,000 at the IMasons Diversity and Inclusion Fundraising Dinner in San Jose, California. We finished the year strong with over $200,000 raised against our $1 million education challenge. Amazing. Today, we celebrate the achievements of some of the very best in our industry. We have 4 segment awards: our Champion Awards for Diversity and Inclusion and Sustainability, and our newest category, Education. We are also announcing the I Am 100. These are people in our industry nominated by their peers who are living and breathing the IMasons values. Our final segment is the IMasons Hall of Fame, where we will be inducting our first cohort of luminaries. During the event, we encourage you all to participate on social media, share your own posts, screenshots, and like other people's posts. And make sure you use the hashtag IAmAwards. You know what I mean, Dean?
Yep, I've learned that lesson. Hashtags are very important. Amber and I have this ongoing competition to see who can get the most followers and views on LinkedIn. If only I had my phone with me and I could post during this event. Amber, that is not right. You can't do that. That's unfair.
What?
She's trying to get ahead of me here. All right, so as you can see, we have a great show planned for you with presenters from all over the world. They're in our green room waiting to come on, so let's take a quick peek.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I love it. Love it. As you know, this event is a fundraiser for scholarships, and I have some very exciting news on that front. When we announced the $1 million Education Challenge, we formed a nonprofit called the Digital Infrastructure Futures Foundation, or DIF, with a mission to accelerate the adoption and use of digital infrastructure by increasing education and access opportunities for underrepresented communities. I'm very pleased to announce that DIF has been recognized as a public charity, which means that contributions from individuals are tax deductible. DIF can also receive donations from those who have a donor-advised fund. And DIF is recognized by Benevity, the cloud application that manages employee giving programs for many large companies in our space, including Google, Microsoft, Apple, and many others. If you select DIF as a charity in Benevity, it qualifies for your company matching programs. If you don't use Benevity, you can also make a tax-deductible donation by going to our webpage.
We will be tracking scholarship donations received throughout the program and sharing the progress with all of you. Our community has been so very blessed during a very difficult time around the world. I encourage all of you to consider donating to the cause and helping us get closer to our goal. Together, we can all make a difference.
Yes, and on that note, I am proud to announce that we have raised $140,000 for scholarships in the last 2 months, blowing past our records from last year. Amber and I love the challenge of raising money, especially for such a good cause. To date, we have raised $445,000 for our $1 million education challenge. During this event, we would like to hit $500,000. If you're able to donate, please go to the website. Everything helps.
I cannot wait to see the generosity. I am confident that we will get to that $500,000 goal. Our community has never let us down. As a reminder, IMasons scholarships prepare individuals to enter the digital infrastructure industry and to thrive. You must be a member to apply, but joining IMasons is free for students, military veterans, and employees of government and nonprofit organizations. If you're not a member, go to our website and sign up.
Excellent. All right, Amber, now on to the show. Joining us from Australia is Beth Gentle. She is one of the founding members of the Australia local chapter and will be introducing our first group of IM100 winners.
Thank you, Amber and Dean. I am joining you all from over 9,000 miles away in Australia, so I think I may be winning the Social Distancing Award. We have received over 200 nominations for the IM100 this year, and I am so impressed by each and every finalist for their contributions to the industry. These individuals are nominated by their peers. They live and breathe the IMasons values. I am honoured to be able to recognise them. I'd like to introduce Zal Limbawala of CBRE, the sponsor for the IM100. He is joining us from London. Thank you to CBRE for contributing $25,000 to support this event and donate to the Scholarship Fund.
CBRE's Data Center Solutions Group are proud to be supporting and celebrating with you the champions of the digital infrastructure industry. With well over 3,000 talented staff of our own, looking after over 450 data centers for our clients worldwide, we truly understand the importance of recognizing the amazing work done by so many in this industry. 2020 has been an incredibly challenging year for all of us, and we at CBRE are proud to have been just a small part of supporting the critical digital services that we've all relied on so heavily this year. Wherever you are, we wish you the best possible end to the year and hope you get some well-earned rest over the festive season ahead.
Thank you, Zal. So, without further ado, here is the first group of IM100 winners. Ali Fenn, IT Renew, California. Amber Caramella, Neutrality, Arizona. Amy Marks, Autodesk, New Jersey. Andrea Garrison, Microsoft, Washington. Andrew J, CBRE, UK. Andrew Schapp, Aligned Energy, Texas. Andrew Stevens, CNET, UK. Annika Svensson, Luleå Tech Uni, Sweden. Ashley Ball, Equinex, Washington. Bart Korink, ISG, Netherlands. Bergona Sedan, Microsoft, UK. Bill Clayman, Switch, Illinois. Brian Davis, ABB Inc., Utah. Cara Massini, Edge Infra, Netherlands. Carissa Clark, Facebook, California. Carrie Getz, Strategic IT, Mississippi. Charisse Richards, Maricopa County Judicial Branch, Arizona. Chris Crosby, Compass Data Centers, Texas. Christina Abraham, Google, California. Claudia Macy, Schneider Electric, Texas. Kurt Belusa, Apple, California. Danielle Edgeberg, Unity Technologies, California. Darren Dascarolis, Facebook, California. Deborah Vieira, Facebook, California. Dennis Cronin, Resilient Solutions, North Carolina. Donata Guarini, Google, Italy. Doris Ye, Mirapath, California. Dr. Julie Albright, USC, California. Elizabeth Snyder, Zayo Group, California. Emma Fryer, Tech UK, United Kingdom. Emmeline Tang, Microsoft, Singapore. Eric Wilcox, Amazon, Washington. Fiona Lau, Sunny Vision Holdings, Hong Kong. Congratulations and thank you again to all of our wonderful IM 100 winners. It's back to you, Dean and Amber.
Thank you, Beth and Zal, and congratulations to all of the IM 100 winners. Amber, I noticed that you were on that list. Congratulations, well deserved.
Thank you, Dean. It is an honor to be amongst so many amazing individuals contributing to our industry. I also noticed that 21 of the first 33 IM 100 winners were women. Love the representation in the first round.
That is awesome. All right, Amber, I think we should check back in on donations now. I've been getting, IMasons corporate headquarters just informed me that we have received, copy that. Okay, so $20,000 in donations to the scholarship fund. $20,000 has come in. This is great. You're right, Amber. The generosity is really starting to flow.
That is fantastic. We're getting closer to our $500,000 goal. Let's keep those donations coming in. I love this industry. Now, on to our next award. We are joined by Dennis Cronin, another IM 100 winner and chair of the Education Committee. Coming to us from North Carolina, Dennis has some very special guests joining him.
Thank you, Dean and Amber. I'm excited to be here with you, and I'm honored to be talking about this next award. Education is a top priority in our digital infrastructure industry. Our industry is stuck in a period of hypergrowth at a time when many of us who built this industry are nearing retirement. The result is a strong need for new talent to support our continued growth. From the beginning, education has been one of IMasons' strategic pillars. And with that, I am pleased to introduce the first IMasons Education Champion Award. It is being given to an individual who has exemplified our ideals of aligning the education sector to prepare the next generation to succeed in our industry. But before we announce the first winner, let me put some faces on our efforts to attract the smart young minds of tomorrow. At the Global Summit Member Summit last month, we met two of last year's scholarship recipients. Let me reintroduce you to Rose Nugent and Selena Uad. Both are seniors in electrical and computer engineering at Hampton University in Virginia. Now I'll let them introduce the two additional scholarship recipients. Rose, Selena, nice to have you back.
Thanks, Dennis. Hi, everyone. I'm Rose Nguyen. I am a graduating senior electrical engineer major from Buffalo, New York, and it's great to be back with IMasons. At the Global Member Summit, Philip Marangella of Edge Connects talked a little bit about the senior capstone project that IMasons is supporting at Hampton. Like most university engineering degrees, Hampton includes a senior project to help the students apply their learning to real-world challenges. IMasons is supporting two teams of student engineers and architects in a project to site and then design a data center to meet the increasing market demand of a fictitious mobile application. We're halfway through our year-long project, so we've done site selection and we are ready to start design in January. Selena and I are on the same team.
Yes, actually we are. And Rose is actually our team leader, and we're all beyond grateful for her hard work. I mean, she's been a whole blessing, honestly. And my name is Selena Jawad. I'm a senior computer engineering major from Fredericksburg, Virginia. I just wanted to say that it's been really great to learn about this industry. I already work in IT, and I didn't even really notice how important and integrated data centers are in today's businesses. I actually work in a micro data center, and I didn't even realize it until after our research had already begun with IMasons. It's been really interesting getting to talk to all the professionals who are working in the industry. I learned a lot more than I imagined I would in such a short period of time, and it's definitely piqued my interest in data centers and the whole industry itself.
Thanks, Selena. So for me, I really enjoyed learning about the digital infrastructure industry and data centers. My past experiences of the engineering industry have been more hardware and test engineering, so this is definitely outside of my comfort zone. But you want to be learning if you're not uncomfortable. I also enjoy speaking to our mentors. They're so passionate about what they do, and they are willing to teach us whenever we have any questions. This project at our school is a pilot project. Hampton is part of the Inclusive Engineering Consortium, a collaboration of the electrical and computer engineering programs at 18 universities, which forms a super department of 180 faculty and 2,000 students. And IMasons plans to expand the capstone project to the other IAC schools. So it's pretty exciting to be in it at the beginning. And Hampton University is only one of the programs that IMasons supports with scholarships. There are 25 other degree or certificate programs at 13 other institutions across the US and Europe, including the Masters and Data Center Engineering program at Southern Methodist University in Dallas-Fort Worth, where there are 2 IMasons scholarship recipients getting ready to graduate this month. So let me introduce to you Christiana Oni and Kulandan Singh.
Thank you, Rose. Hi, everyone. My name is Christiana Oni. I am just completing my master's in data center system security and at SMU. And I live in Dallas, Texas. And my past experience has been in IT and consulting for financial crime institutions in the past. So going into this dramatic career change has also been an eye-opener for me, and I've learned a lot from visiting a lot of data centers here in Dallas, Texas. So I'm also about to complete my degree program this semester in the next few weeks, and I'm excited and looking for new opportunities with my new qualification. And now let me introduce it to my classmate, Kulanda Singh. Thank you.
Thanks, Christiana. I'm Kulandan Singh, just completing my master's degree in data center systems engineering at SMU. I'm living in Dallas now, but maybe you can tell from my accent that I'm from India, Varanasi, a lovely holy city located in the northern part of India. I come from a middle-class family. I've always had high aspirations and dreams in my life. I thank my parents who gave up their desires for my studies and my dreams. For me, IMasons is not just an organization. They are the savior of my dreams and many more. The scholarships that I have received so far from IMasons are not just a sum of money. It's my education and survival source during my master's program. A big thanks to Jeff, Dean, and all other members of IMasons for turning my plans into reality and helping me at every step whenever required. I also wanted to mention that Christiana and I are forming a student chapter of IMasons at SME sponsored by Compass Data Center. Thank you, Compass. And there are also chapters forming at UT Dallas and UNAM in Mexico City. In 2021, IMasons plans to launch more student chapters around the world, and we hope you will get involved. On behalf of the more than 40 students that IMasons has supported around the world, thanks for helping us get the training and education to grow in the industry. We look forward to seeing you soon. Back to Dennis.
Thank you, Kulandan. Christiana and Kulandan are graduating with their master's degrees in data center engineering this month, and they both have infrastructure experience. If any of you want to get in touch with them, you can find their resumes and contact information on the Talent Opportunities page of the IMasons app. Rose, Selena, along with the other Hampton students, will be there in a few short months. Now that we've seen a glimpse of the IMasons scholarship money, where it goes, let's take a look at some of the income side of the ledger. Thanks to our partners, Infrastructure Masons has raised over $145,000 in 2020 to create scholarships for students interested in entering or growing in the industry. Last November in London, we announced the $1 Million Challenge, our goal of raising $1 million for scholarship. 1 year later, we're almost halfway there. And with your support today, we look to make that $500,000 mark. Giving us a big helping hand as our sponsor for the first ever Education Championship Award, and joining us today from Northern Ireland, I'd like to welcome Peter Jones from Yonder. We're grateful that Yonder contributed $25,000 to support this event and the scholarship program. Pete, thank you. And tell us why you all made such a generous commitment.
Well, thank you for that, Dennis. And also thank you to the scholarship students. It's just so exciting to see the scholarship program really coming to life. Look forward to welcoming you into our wonderful industry and also wishing you long and fruitful careers. The opportunity, I think, is unlimited for you. So really well done. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. At Yonder, our tagline is tomorrow without constraints. And we've got a really deep passion and deep conviction for playing a real part in introducing folk anywhere in the education system or anywhere in the educational journey into the data center sector. We never want access to education to be a constraint, and we really feel a responsibility, as I know many of you do, as an industry player, to help bring people into the sector. And that goes from grassroots level, through STEM, through any point in elementary education, through third level education, through helping folk change career. You know, it's really unlimited. So sponsorship of this award, we're just delighted to be able to offer a small gesture of our commitment to education and a tomorrow without constraints. Back to you, Dean and Amber.
Thank you, Pete and Dennis. Rose mentioned that she had a pilot program underway with Hampton University that we plan to expand across the schools of the Inclusive Engineering Consortium. I'd like to introduce Dr. Dimitris Geddes of Hampton University and Kurt Belisar, leader of hardware engineering at Apple, to present the first IMasons Education Champion Award.
Thank you, Amber. I'm Dr. Dimitris Geddes, chair of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at Hampton University, which is one of the IEC member schools.
And I'm Kurt Belisar, server hardware engineering leader for Apple.
IEC is a coalition of the electrical and computer engineering departments at 18 historically black colleges and university and Hispanic serving institution, including Hampton University, where I work. As an educator, I really appreciate IMasons' dual focus on education and D&I. It's been great working with IMasons on the capstone project that Rose and Selena talked about. Thank you to all of the sponsors who gave money in this event to allow IMasons to continue to excite young people about this industry.
I had the privilege of watching and providing feedback on the capstone student team's midterm final presentation a few weeks ago, and it was exciting to see these young people learning about our industry. It was a very meaningful experience for me and for the other executives who participated.
So on behalf of the Inclusive Engineering Consortium, I am pleased to present the first IMason Education Champion Award, recognizing an individual who exemplifies the IMason ideal of giving back by helping align the education sector to prepare people to enter and prosper in our industry, to become the future builders of the digital age.
As with the first D&I Champion Award in 2018 and the first Sustainability Champion Award in 2019, the winner of this first Education Champion Award was selected by the IMasons Board of Directors to honor an individual who is herself an educator who has made deep and lasting contributions. And the winner of the IMasons first Education Champion Award is
Dr. Julie Albright.
I can't tell you what a thrill it is to receive this award from you guys. What an honor. But of course, I couldn't do this work on my own. and I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. I want to thank those giants, Mr. Winston Saunders and Mark Monroe, who so warmly welcomed me into the Education Committee a couple of years ago. I'd like to thank Terry Sipkin, who laid the groundwork for a lot of what we're doing now, and Mr. Dennis Cronin, who is taking the lead as our Education Chair, and the other members of the Education Committee. I'd like to thank also my wonderful board members, Oliver, Eddie, Maricel. Thank you for supporting the work I'm doing around education. Couldn't do it without you. And also Jeff and Simon, our wonderful executive directors who are providing the engine for all of this, driving us forward. And Jen, who keeps us on track. Thank you for all you do. I was talking to my friend Paul about this the other day, and he came from Lewiston, Maine a couple of years ago. And Lewiston is a little mill town, and when he left Maine, the unemployment rate there was at 13%. The town had been comprised of mills, which had closed over the years, and other manufacturing, which had offshored long ago, leaving many people hopeless about the future of the town. The town leaders recently commissioned an artist to create a colorful sign which has recently been installed on one of the old mills that you see when you enter the town. The sign was just one word, the word hopeful. We all need to feel hopeful. We all need hope, particularly in these uncertain and challenging times, especially young people. Education represents hope. It provides a guiding North Star and a pull factor on the horizon, which points the way to a bright future ahead. I want to thank those of you who have already donated to our scholarship fund, who have given of your time to work with our students as mentors and judges for their capstone projects at Hampton University, and for all the work that we're doing to spin up our new student chapters. Thank you. For those of you that haven't donated yet, join us as sowers of the seeds of hope. Donate to our scholarship fund. Provide yourself and your time as a mentor to these wonderful students for the future of the digital infrastructure sector, and provide your time as guest lecturers for our faculty in these universities. Your time, your efforts, your donations will be paid back in spades as you watch the builders of the digital age of the next generation become successful. Their success will be your reflected glory. Last but not least, thank you, Mr. Dean Nelson. None of this would be happening without your bringing me into the doors of Infrastructure Mason and supporting the work and my ideas around this. I can't thank you enough. This is one of the highlights of my career, and none of it would be happening without you and your leadership. Thank you so much. I'm so overwhelmed by this, and I'm such a proud member of the Infrastructure Masons community. Thanks to every single one of you.
Yes, congratulations, Julie. Well deserved. And now back to Dean and Amber.
Thank you, Dennis and Kurt. Also, a sincere thank you to Dr. Geddes, who has been championing this effort. The program is just getting started and is already showing amazing results.
I completely agree. The last 12 scholarships we have awarded have been 92% diverse. There is an incredible opportunity to tap into this pool of talent at the Inclusive Engineering Consortium.
Absolutely. Well, it's time for our second round of IM 100. We are joined by Annika Svensson in Sweden, who will also be named as one of our IM 100 winners. She'll be announcing our next group of winners.
Thank you, Dean and Amber. I'm Annika Svensson of Luleå University of Technology, located in beautiful northern Sweden, and I'm also the IM Nordics local chapter lead. I am thrilled to be here at the 2020 IM Awards ceremony. We have a few students here at LTU who are IM scholarship recipients, and I know they do appreciate the support, and it certainly raises their interest in this industry. As Beth said earlier, the IM 100 recognizes 100 individuals who have contributed to our industry through the IMasons strategic pillars: education, sustainability, and diversity and inclusion. Now, it is my pleasure to announce the second round of winners of the 2020 IM 100 Award. Patricia Rodriguez Enriquez, Microsoft, Austria. Frédéric Chery Legrand, France. Hannah Ormondroyd, CBRE, United Kingdom. Harkirat Singh, BlackRock, New York. Heather Dooley, Google, Washington. Isabelle Kemlin, CBRE, Sweden. Yvonne Valdez, Schneider Electric, California. Jamie Leverton, eStructure, Canada. Jared Appleby, the Blackstone Group, Washington. Jason Black, Subspace, California. Jason O'Croy, Salute Mission Critical, Michigan. Jean Hay, Uber, California. Jeremy Rodriguez, NVIDIA, California. Jim Harding, CBRE, United Kingdom. Joanna Sosi, Aligned Energy, Illinois. Jocelyn Graham, CloudNow, California. John Schmidt, CommScope, Minnesota. Casey Armstrong, Vertiv, California. Katie O'Hara, Stream Data Centers, Texas. Kerry Gilder, Colt, United Kingdom. Lori Oswald, Vertiv, Texas. Lee Kirby, Salute Mission Critical, Washington. Lex Kors, Interaction, the Netherlands. Liz Raven, Jonder, United Kingdom. Lovisa Hagelberg, CBRE, Sweden. Miley Kaitza, Courtside, California. Mark Boyan, Google, California. Maria Riva, CBRE, United Kingdom. Mark Swift, Universal Electric Corporation, Pennsylvania. Martin Lynch, Pure Data Centers Group, United Kingdom. Martin Murphy, CBRE, United Kingdom. Michael Lahoud, Stream Data Centers, Texas. Michael Tobin, Tobin Ventures, United Kingdom. Nancy Novak, Compass Data Centers, Virginia. My sincere congratulations to these winners of the IM 100 Award. Now, back to you, Amber and Dean.
Thanks, Annika. Wow, what an amazing list of leaders. I recognize many on that list.
I do as well. I believe we both had the privilege of working with many of those on the IMasons initiatives. But Amber, I think it's time for us to check back in on donations. So I'm hearing, hold on a second. Wow. Okay, it's even bigger. I'm being told that another $22,450 has come in. So that brings us to a grand total of $44,450 raised so far. Excellent.
That's incredible. We are so close. If you've been on the edge of donating, now's the time to jump in. Next up is the Sustainability Champion Award. To introduce the award, we jump back to Sweden with Patrick Olin, the chair of IMasons Sustainability Committee.
Thank you, Dean and Amber. I'm joining you tonight from Luleå in northern Sweden, close to the Arctic Circle. This time of the year, we often have a first-row view of the magical northern lights sparkling in the sky. I can't really think of a better setting for a celebration night like this. Inspiring sustainability is one of 4 key strategic priorities for IMasons. We deeply feel and understand the reality of global climate change, and more people also sense the urgency needed to address this challenge. This year, IMasons have taken on the bold task to drive development of a common industry-wide strategy framework for sustainability, including a shared vision, every click improves the future. Our ambition is to align and unify the entire industry on a clear path towards a future where digital infrastructure contributes to global GDP and society without harming people or the planet. One way to inspire others is to observe and highlight good examples. Last year, IMasons launched the Sustainability Champion Award to recognize individuals who have delivered meaningful and sustained results for sustainability in the digital infrastructure industry. We are now continuing this tradition with the 2020 Sustainability Champion Award. There are many companies and individuals in our industry that are doing a lot of great things to create a sustainable future. We have had an impressive lineup of nominees for the award this year, and it has been very inspiring to read all the submissions. We have finally set on 5 finalists that stood out by their work and their achievements, and we will soon get to know who the winner is. I would like to hand over to our sponsor for this award, Mr. John Hoonhout from Pure Data Centers. Over to you, John.
Thanks, Patrick. I'm John Hoonhout from Pure Data Centers Group, standing in for our CEO, Martin Lynch, who sends his apologies and his regards. Pure jumped at the chance to sponsor the 2020 Sustainability Champion Award because we firmly believe sustainability is a fundamental requirement for an industry that helps to run our lives, operate our businesses, and keep in touch with colleagues, friends, and family. I'd like to recognize the leadership that IMasons have shown in bringing together the industry to solve a common problem affecting all of us and our future generations. Until recently, sustainability in the data center industry was all about renewable energy. But the IMasons global event in San Jose made us realize that with the tremendous growth expected over the coming decade, we need to do more. For instance, we also need to change the way we design and source our facilities, reducing the use of materials such as concrete, copper, and steel. The team at Pure are delighted to recognize individuals who demonstrate leadership in improving sustainability and motivating others to do the same. This will be the second IMasons Sustainability Champion Award. The first was awarded last June in Monaco to Joe Carver for his steadfast commitment to sustainability, achieving an amazing 3.5 gigawatts of renewable energy across a global portfolio. Joe is also representing Google, the partner and presenter of this year's Sustainability Champion Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Carver, Vice President of Data Centers for Google.
Thanks, John, and thanks to Pure for your $25,000 contribution to this event and the Scholarship Fund. As Google's Vice President of Global Data Centers, I'm glad to be joining this celebration of tremendous industry achievements. Thank you to the Infrastructure Masons organization for hosting these awards. The Sustainability Champion Award recognizes individuals who are moving the needle on digital infrastructure sustainability. Congratulations to all of our finalists. You're really making an impact. This year's award is particularly significant because 2020 marks the start of a pivotal decade in our fight against climate change. We've seen that sustainability isn't just an environmental issue. There's real economic and business case for greening our infrastructure. For the first time in its history, the World Economic Forum's 2020 Global Risk Report placed impacts of climate change among the highest risks to our economy in both likelihood and impact. The decisions made today by our infrastructure leaders will determine our ability to adapt and respond to the challenges that lie ahead. At Google, we're confronting these challenges with our most ambitious goal yet. By 2030, we intend to operate our global fleet of data centers and campuses on carbon-free energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We believe this is possible because for the first time in history, we have the technology, the collaboration, and the will to truly disrupt carbon and transform economies. Google is proud to sponsor this award and recognize the contributions of these extraordinary leaders and the contributions they have made in our collective efforts. Thank you all for being here and for being committed to this very important goal of sustainable infrastructure. It was exciting to win the first IMasons Sustainability Champion Award in Monaco last year. And on behalf of all the people at Google who did the hard work to make ours one of the most sustainable infrastructure portfolios on the planet, and I'm really pleased that we are able to support IMasons this year and the Scholarship Fund. Plus, I get to present this year's award. So without further ado, the finalists for this year's award are Aaron Binkley, Senior Director, Sustainability Programs, Digital Realty. Aiden Aghamiri, CEO, IT Renew. Lars Shedden, CEO, Eco Data Center. Paul Finch, COO, Cow Data. And Tor Christian Geiland, CEO of Green Mountain. This is an impressive list, and I'm sure it was difficult for the Sustainability Committee to choose a winner. With that said, they did the necessary work, and they did choose a winner. So I'm pleased to announce that the winner of the IMasons 2020 Sustainability Champion Award is Paul Finch. Congratulations, Paul.
Thanks, Joe. I didn't think I was going to make the cut, so to be announced as the winner is a true surprise to me. I'm completely shocked. I guess over the last 20 years I've seen some amazing work done across the industry in terms of energy efficiency and sustainability, and I hope that platforms such as this will help celebrate some of those achievements. Huge credit has to go to Team KO Data, who believe in this vision and strive to continually improve on a daily basis. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of the event. I'm truly grateful. And on that note, I'll hand back to Joe and Patrick. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Paul. Yo, as you said, what an impressive set of nominees. Isn't it great that our community set such a high bar?
Yeah, absolutely, Patrick. And you really have to do a lot to stand out in this crowd. Thanks to all of our nominees, and congratulations again to Paul on being named the 2020 IMasons Sustainability Champion. And now back over to you, Dean and Amber.
Thank you, Patrick, John, and Joe, for your support and dedication to sustainability in our industry. Every click really does improve the future.
Yes, indeed. And congratulations again, Paul Finch, our 2020 Sustainability Champion Award winner. It's time now for our final segment of the IM 100. We're headed over to Austria, where we are joined by fellow IM 100 award winner, Patricia Rodriguez Hernandez, to present the final group of winners.
Hi, Dean. Hi, Amber. I'm Patricia Rodriguez Enrique, chair of the IMason local chapter in Spain. But I'm joining you from Austria, where I'm located during the pandemic. I'm very excited to announce the final group of our outstanding IMason 100 winners. The final list of winners are from 11 countries representing 32 different companies who exemplified dedication to amazing values. The winners are Beth Gentle, Austrian IT Services from Australia. Narendra Sen, Rakbank from India. Patrick Olun, Node Pole, Sweden. Paul Finch, Kao Data, the UK. Paul Surek, Coresight, Colorado. Peter Hampton, Isotope, the UK. Peter Jones, George, UK. Philip Marangella, Edge Connects, Virginia. Rachel Peterson, Facebook, California. Brandy Brookman, Edge Connects, Virginia. Raymond Tong, Sun Evision, Hong Kong. Rhonda Ace Air Toll, Uptime Institute, New York. Rob Johnson, Bertie, Ohio. Rio Curita, KDDI America, California. Santiago Suinaga, Kio Network, Mexico. Sarah Macomb, Amazon, Washington. Serena DeVito, Roblox, California. Skyler Holloway, Switch, Nevada. Sophia Fluker, Operational Intelligence Limited, the UK. Spas Lazarov, Apple, California. Suchen Harry Simpson, Asia, China. Sunita Boshen, Supernap, Thailand, from Thailand. Cyril Chokisi, Vantage, Colorado. Gleason, Digital Realty Trust, California. Savan Adlen Hang Seth, Green Mountain, Canada. Tarun Raisoni, Brahe System, California. Terry Simkin, University of Nottingham, the UK. Ton Moran, Lumen Technologies, Netherlands. Tony Bishop, Digital Realty, Texas. Tor Christian Guiland, Green Mountain, Norway. Yubol Bacher, Microsoft, California. Sa Limbungwala, CBRE, the UK. And Said Alika, Microsoft, California. Congratulations to our 2020 IMason 100 winners. Back to you, Dean and Amber.
Thank you, Patricia. This last group had the broadest representation yet, with winners spanning 11 countries and 32 different companies. Congratulations to all of the 2020 IM 100 winners.
Hey, Dean, I'm anxious to see where we are. Any updates on donations?
Yep, absolutely. It's coming in right now. Okay. All right, so an additional $11,450 has been donated. That means that we've raised $55,900 at this event. We did it.
Yay! Awesome. I knew we'd get there. Thank you to everybody who has contributed so far. No sense in stopping now. Let's see how far we can go to surpass that goal.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love this community. Everybody out there, you rock. Thank you. Continue to have it come back in. All right, so it is time for our final Champion Award. I'd like to welcome Sharice and Hannah to present the 2020 Diversity Inclusion Champion Award.
Thank you, Dean and Amber. I'm Hannah Ormanjoyd, Global Head of People for CBRE Data Center Solutions and the Chair of IMasons Diversity and Inclusion Committee. It's great to be here today, joining you from London.
I'm Sharice Richards, CIO of the Judicial Branch of Arizona and co-chair of the IMasons D&I Committee. And I'm excited to be joining you from Phoenix, Arizona. Hannah, diversity and inclusion is such an important part of the focus at IMasons. What do you think are key attributes of a great D&I champion?
Thanks. So I think there are many elements to that. So in my opinion, one thing I think we can all do is be a vocal advocate, not just about being a role model and speaking on the importance of D&I, but also about setting the climate and the tone, whether that's in the industry or in our own organisations, and to really embed D&I into our everyday practices, behaviours and lives.
You know, I agree with you. And I would say it's so important for D&I to be sincere. You can't just talk about how important D&I is. You have to walk the talk and actually actively engage and be sincere about making a positive change in your environment. And diversity and inclusion, it isn't a trend. And 2020 has really shone a light on the importance of diversity and inclusion. To be good corporate and global stewards, it's not enough to talk about how things should be. We actually have to be part of the solution. Our past winners have been an amazing example of what walking the talk on diversity and inclusion really means. Our past recipients are Rob Roy, CEO of Switch for 2018, and Yvonne Valdez, VP Global Sales, Cloud and Service Provider Segment at Schneider Electric for 2019.
Thanks, Sharice. Shortly we'll be welcoming Noel Walsh, Corporate Vice President at Microsoft, to join us and present the D&I Champion Award. But before we do, we'd like to hear from Frederic Chéry of Legrand, this year's award sponsor. Frederic is joining us from France and has made a generous donation to the IM Scholarship Fund.
Thank you, Anna and Charis. What a pleasure and an honor. This is a great opportunity to say a few words about Legrand's commitment as well as my own in regard to diversity and inclusion. In addition to stronger performance and competitiveness, diversity brings many other benefits to all organizations. When we embrace multiple cultures, diverse backgrounds, and life experiences into our organization, we have an opportunity to represent our society better. We all have a responsibility to gather various ideas, which help us make robust decisions, which in turn enhances people's life, nurtures confidence, and we innovate faster and better. So, if we are smart, it is in everybody's best interest to implement systematic, business-led approaches to inclusion and diversity. At Legrand, I like to think that we are smart. As a person, I believe that diversity and inclusion are a matter of social justice and that everyone has the right to equal opportunities. As a father, I believe that educating these values in my children will make them better citizens. As a business leader, I believe that to get the best out of our employees, they must be allowed to be themselves and feel safe and confident at work. Finally, as part of IMasons, we together have the responsibility to make our industry even more inclusive than it is today. This award is proof of our commitment to do so. I am looking forward to seeing new future initiatives from IMasons and the IMasons community. Thank you very much, and I would like now to hand back to Noelle.
Thank you, Frederic. I'm Noelle Walsh, Corporate Vice President at Microsoft, leading the Cloud Operations and Innovation Organization. My team acquires, designs, builds, and operates Microsoft data center infrastructure's fleet, which includes over 200 data centers across 60 regions today and growing. I'm delighted to participate at this event today, and I'm especially proud that as Microsoft to be partner of the IMasons 2020 Diversity and Inclusion Award. There are billions of people across the globe who aspire to achieve more. People from different cultures, histories, abilities, of different sexuality and gender. Some may, however, not be able to participate to their full potential due to circumstances and societal biases. As Microsoft, we believe the transformative power of diversity and inclusion that can change that. And it starts at the top of the company with our CEO, Satya Nadella, and is infused throughout. D&I is something deeply personal to me and to my team. I believe in the richness of diversity, and that as we actively seek out different perspectives, it can become charged and challenging. Though with true inclusion, it drives greatness. I believe the world will be a much better place for all of us once diversity and inclusion becomes the norm. And I know we have a long way to go to drive the equity in society, and I'm delighted today to celebrate our industry leaders who are taking action to improve diversity and inclusion. I hope you'll join me and the award nominees in this very important and worthy challenge. Now, on to this year's nominees for the IMasons Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award. The D&I Champion Award recognizes an individual who has made a sustained contribution to D&I in the digital infrastructure industry. Winners are selected by the IMasons D&I Committee. So the nominees for the 2020 IMasons Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award are Heather Dooley, Global Director, Business Operations Learning and Tools, Google Data Centers. Susie Gleason, Vice President Global Accounts at Digital Realty. Michael Lahoud, Chief Marketing Officer and Partner at Stream Data Centers. Philip Marangella, Chief Marketing Officer at EdgeConneX. Nancy Novak, Chief Innovation Officer at Compass Data Centers. And for a virtual drum roll, please. The winner of this year's Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award is Nancy Novak. Congratulations, Nancy.
Thank you all for this gracious award. It is an honor being selected from a field of such deserving nominees. We are changing, not just as an industry, but as society as well. We should not be afraid of these changes and those to come. The role of being an advocate for greater diversity and inclusion is to help create the path that makes this ongoing evolution of workforce composition a reality while ensuring that everyone benefits from the new opportunities that will arise from our efforts. I am proud of what has been achieved through organizations like IMasons, and I'm excited about the potential the future holds for all of us. Thank you again.
Congratulations, Nancy. Congratulations to the rest of the nominations. It was a really, really tough criteria to judge against, but there were some fantastic achievements and really inspiring stories and amongst all of the nominations.
You're so right, Hannah. In looking at the nominees and all that they've accomplished, it was so difficult to choose, but it's an amazing testament to our members of the Infrastructure Masons organization. They're really embodying all that it means to be a great champion of diversity and inclusion.
No, Hannah and Cherise, I did think that must have been quite a deliberation this year to choose from that list of nominees. But I'm so delighted for Nancy having achieved the award, knowing what a strong advocate she is for diversity and inclusion. It's been fun to have been part of this.
Congratulations to Nancy Novak as the winner of the IMasons 2020 Diversity and Inclusion Award. Nancy is truly an inspiration to all of us. She has made a material impact on our industry.
Yes, I totally agree. Nancy is amazing. She has also recently become the executive sponsor for our Digital Divide initiative. It is so important, especially during this pandemic. I also want to thank Microsoft and Noelle Walsh for their partnership and on the Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award and for their generous donation to the Scholarship Fund.
We have now come to the final segment of the award show, the IMasons Hall of Fame. This award is presented by our very own Executive Directors, Jeff Omelchuk from Oregon and Simon Allen from London. They are joined by founder and editor-in-chief of Interglobix magazine, Jasmine Bedi, streaming in from India.
Thank you, Dean and Amber. My name is Jeff Omelchuk, and I'm an executive director at Infrastructure Masons. I'm joining you from green, but rainy and cold Portland, Oregon. I'm joined by Simon Allen and Jasmine Bedi to introduce the first cohort of luminaries to be inducted into the IMasons Hall of Fame. At IMasons, we call our members the builders of the digital age. Many of the luminaries we name today actually are the builders of the digital age, and I mean that literally. They have built the infrastructure of the modern internet and World Wide Web. They are not only leaders in this industry, they played a big part in creating this industry. They manage some of the biggest digital infrastructure portfolios on the planet and have driven industry-changing innovation.
That's right, Jeff. I'm Simon Allen. I'm also an executive director here at IMasons, and I'm joining you from London today, where it's just as wet and cold as Portland, but maybe not quite so green. This year, Jeff and I had the privilege of helping select the first group of inductees to the IMasons Hall of Fame. As executive directors, Jeff and I are tasked to execute on the IMasons vision and support the strategic initiatives that have been driven by this group ever since the inception of IMasons in 2016. It's an honour to recognise their contributions to the mission of the IMasons and to acknowledge their influence on the digital infrastructure industry. Each of these leaders exemplifies the IMasons values, and each is committed to make a better connected world for all of us. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Jasmine from Interglobix magazine.
Thank you, Simon. I would like to welcome all of the attendees at this incredible IMasons Awards event. And yes, it is incredible. My name is Jasmine Bedi, and I'm the founder and editor-in-chief of Interglobix magazine. Our magazine focuses on data centers, connectivity, luxury, and lifestyle. As a partner of IMasons, I see the results of this organization and the significant impact they have on the digital infrastructure industry. I believe to do something great, you have to have a clear vision. Next, that vision requires leadership to turn it into reality. I've had the pleasure of covering IMasons' efforts since I started Interglobix in 2018. They are truly uniting the builders of the digital age. We have the privilege to feature IMasons as a cover story in a special anniversary edition. We dedicated 30 pages of exclusive content highlighting many of these luminaries and the leadership. I'm proud to announce that all of the IMasons Award winners, including the champions, IM100, and our Hall of Fame luminaries will be featured in our next issue that is launching immediately after this event. Now, without further ado, let's move on to introduce the 2020 Hall of Fame inductees.
So Jasmine, Simon, and I will be announcing 12 luminaries to be inducted into the 2020 Hall of Fame. And it's my honor and privilege to name the first 4 listed in alphabetical order by first name. And the first is Christian Bellotti, Vice President at Microsoft. Christian was a founding member of IMasons. He's had an illustrious career with numerous accomplishments. The most notable is being known as the father of PUE, which has driven global efficiency programs that dramatically slowed the curve of energy consumption in data centers for more than a decade. Dean Nelson, Chairman and founder of Infrastructure Masons and CEO of Virtual Power Systems. Dean launched IMasons on April 2nd, 2016 with a single focus: bring like-minded industry leaders together to tackle some of the industry's bigger challenges. Dean is a visionary, innovator, and the driving force behind the IMasons community. Eddie Shooter, Chief Technology Officer at Switch. Eddie is a board member at IMasons and a 30-plus year industry executive whose practical and thoughtful demeanor has led to some of the most effective digital infrastructure implementations in the industry. He's known for his grace under pressure and behind-the-scenes leadership that draws people to work with him. And Jim Smith, advisor at Equinix. Jim is a founding member of IMasons. He has held executive positions at some of the largest data center players in the industry, with recent innovations to drive hyperscale investments across the globe. Jim has championed diversity and inclusion across the industry. We're also proud to recognize Joe Carver, Vice President of Data Centers at Google. Joe is a founding member of IMasons and manages one of the largest data center portfolios in the world, leading innovations that set the standard for the industry. Joe is a winner of the IMasons Sustainability Champion Award in 2018 for driving over 5 gigawatts of renewable energy, a number which I'm sure would have grown significantly since then. Maricel Cerruti, Director of Marketing and Business Development at Teledata. Maricel is a founding board member of IMasons and executive sponsor of the IMasons Diversity and Inclusion Committee. Maricel has been leading initiatives to encourage underrepresented groups into our industry for over 10 years. Mark Monroe, Data Center Advanced Development at Microsoft. Now, Mark was the first executive director of IMasons, and he established the operational foundation for the organization. Mark has worked in the industry for over 30 years and is still developing next-generation technologies for deployment at hyperscale. Noel Walsh, Corporate Vice President at Microsoft, leading the Cloud Operations and Innovation Organization, which is the engine that powers Microsoft Cloud and its services. Noel established one of the most progressive sustainability campaigns in the industry, with Microsoft committing to pay back all carbon emitted since 1975 by 2050.
And now, our final group of luminaries, Oliver Jones, Chief Executive Chayora. Oliver is a founding board member of IMasons. He's a key contributor to the IMasons strategy, enabling global expansion and program development across all categories. As CEO of Chayora, he brought hyperscale data center innovation to China. Peter Gross is chairman of the board at Virtual Power Systems and a founding member of IMasons. Peter has spent decades contributing engineering innovations in data centers, operations, and energy generation. He's known as a founding father of data centers. Rob Roy, founder and CEO of Switch. Rob is the founding partner of IMasons, underwriting the organization. Rob was awarded the first IMasons Diversity and Inclusion Award in 2018 for leadership in driving gender diversity for over a decade. Rob is the largest data center patent holder in the digital infrastructure industry. Tom Furlong, Vice President Site Operations at Facebook. Tom is a founding member of IMasons. He runs one of the largest, most efficient and sustainable data center portfolios in the world. Tom champions veterans programs, sustainability, diversity and inclusion, and mentoring initiatives across the globe.
Wow, what a list. Well, congratulations to our 2020 IMasons luminaries. For those watching, start thinking about who you would nominate as a 2021 luminary. Simon, do you think if we got started today, maybe one day we could be luminaries too? Well, Jeff, I'm not so sure about that. I'm just happy to be walking in their shadow. But I am looking forward to seeing some of the scholarship recipients join our industry. I just think how proud we'd all be when one day these students start joining the Hall of Fame.
Well, congratulations again to all of the IMasons winners. You can read about them next in the Interglobix issue. It's so exciting that this event has exceeded $500,000 for the scholarship program. I'm anxious to see how much more has been donated during our segment. Let's hand it back to Amber and Dean and find out.
Congratulations, Dean, for being inducted into the IMasons Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Amber. I'm truly honored to be included with these incredible leaders. You know, when I started IMasons, I just wanted to get my industry peers together to collaborate. This idea has turned into something much bigger, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And congratulations to all the luminaries, the IM 100, and our 3 Champion Award winners for 2020, Dr. Julia Albright, Nancy Novak, and Paul Finch.
Amber, this has been an amazing event, but I think we need to check back in with IMasons headquarters and see how much money we've raised. All right? Okay, once again, our industry has exceeded expectations. An additional $15,440 has come in. That means that we have raised $71,340 at this event. In total, IMasons has raised $516,340 towards the $1 million education challenge. You know, thank you so much to our sponsors, Google, Microsoft, Pure Data Centers, Yonder, Legrand, CBRE, and to all the individuals and companies that personally donated during this event. This is awesome stuff.
It is. That is great. Thank you. I also heard that this amount does not include company matching yet, so the number will continue to increase. And more importantly, these scholarships will give opportunities to the next generation of the builders of the digital age. We want to thank all of our presenters and all of you for spending your time with us. Also, IMasons would not be able to unite the builders of the digital age through amazing events like this without the continued support of our partners. Our partners have almost doubled in the last year. They make our community possible, and we are grateful for them.
Absolutely, Amber. I could not agree more. So thank you very much for hosting with me. This has been a blast. And thanks again to everyone who has joined us. Please stay safe, healthy, and happy. And we'll see you all next year. Are we out? Okay, Amber, we're out. What an event. I don't know about you, Amber, but I am amazed we actually pulled this thing off.
Yeah, yeah.
This is crazy.
Gosh.
Can you give me a high five?
I
need a high five.
Wait.
Wait a second. Hold on. You're crouching my space.
What?
Okay, I don't think anybody even knows that we are in two different places. I'm in Saratoga. Amber, where are you?
We certainly pulled it off. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay, I gotta give a shout out to our teams. London office, thank you very much. Amazing work there. That was really cool. And it's important for us to do our little victory dance. We do this after every one of our shows. So let's kick up that music. We ready to roll? There it is. Amber, my feet are killing me. I don't know about you. You got heels on.
God, I'm not used to wearing these things anymore. Where are my flip-flops?